Every player character that goes adventuring should have a bag of Caltrops. Welcome to my channel. I focus on tabletop role-playing games, video games, and science fiction. If you've played Dungeons and Dragons for any period of time, you know what these are. These are little four-sided dice. Now, if you've ever stepped on one of these in the middle of the night when it's dark, you have a pretty good idea what a caltrop is. A caltrop is basically a piece of metal, normally, that is designed to penetrate the foot. They are actually designed specifically for horses. They were a little bit larger. They're about 1 inch high. They were made of metal, and if you look at the picture, the Romans ones were barbed. So they work against both humans and animals. They'll do really nasty things. In the ancient times, if a horse stepped on this, you basically had to put the horse down because it would do too much damage to the hoof and there was no way to repair that. Today, we're a little bit better with veterinary medicine, but still, this stuff is really nasty to hooved animals. And it's not good for normal unhooved animals or humans or elves or dwarves or whatever. If you step on one of these things, particularly the Roman type ones, which were barbed, so they would go through the bottom of your foot, go through the bottom of your shoe into your foot, and like a fish hook, they're really hard to pull out. And they do a lot of damage. And they're very simple to make. They're a very simple tool, very simple weapon, shall we say, that is used primarily in defense because they're not an offensive weapon. They're a defensive weapon. You throw them out, you can spread them, and anything trying to come through the field of caltrops takes damage. There's actually a link in the SRD for Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition and for 3.5 that talks about what caltrops do and how damaging they are. But you should have some of these. They're cheap. They're easy to use. They're great for defense. They're not for offense. You can't really throw them and they won't do anything. They'll just bounce off of people. But they're kind of nasty, and you should have them because it's great for setting up your defense at night. Your party has to do a long rest. Well, the idea is you'd scatter some caltrops around, and anybody trying to sneak up on you, even if they're invisible or anything else, they have the disadvantage of these things are difficult to spot, and they're kind of nasty. So you should have a bag of them. Now you ought to also get the other things that get there. You can poison them, which makes them even more interesting. And do things like that. Or if you were, like they did with punji sticks, they covered them with excrement and various things like that, which made the wounds even worse. So you should have a bag of caltrops. Let me ask you, have any of your players ever used caltrops? Where, in what adventures? Tell me your experiences with caltrops, but as a defensive weapon, I think they're very important. Thank you. I look forward to learning what you think about this video. Let me know in the comments below. I appreciate all your comments. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. I appreciate both forms of feedback. If you're new here and would like to subscribe, you can click on the icon on the left. If you're interested, there's more content on the right.